welcome to Breathing with Depression. And it is so beautiful that you are here. That is a beautiful thing that you have this desire to breathe, that you're curious about what breathing with depression is. It can be a time actually when it's really, really tricky to breathe, right? Like we feel really shut down, and maybe in some ways it's sort of emotionally painful to breathe deeply. But if you can keep breathing, you will start to loosen those energies that are really, really stuck, right? You feel very stuck and uninspired in depression. And just to say too, this is not medical advice. This is from experiences I've had with breathing, how it's changed, and I've heard from countless others too, how it will help you tune into yourself. If you start back a little bit farther and recognize depression and anxiety as communication from your soul, just to say, darling, turn this way, darling, go this way, or let go of this thing. And sometimes those things, we are afraid to let go of them, right? And we can maybe tell that's what it is, or maybe we're so shut down we can't do anything. But just to say too, if you're on medication for depression, I'm not sure how helpful this will be in a way. Not that I'm saying you shouldn't take it. If you feel you need it, to take it to be safe, you're on the edge and you need a chance to just have a break from it, from the feelings you're feeling, I am not telling you not to. But this, I'm also saying that you may not get as much benefit out of this if you are on those medications, because what they do is they limit what you can feel, right? So they take you out of the range of the scary things you're feeling. And at the top too, right, there's a little bit more, a smaller range of what you can feel. And sometimes you really need that. But if you're here, you're probably at a state where you're like feeling there's something else calling you to get back to yourself. And this is a great step. I'm not saying this is the only thing. There are lots of things, and feel free to ask for facilitators, or I can recommend people with other videos of breathing, to start to release that stuff. Oh, and to continue on with the depression medications and such, with them limiting like that, what you can't do is then feel those things that are out of that range, right? And to release them, we actually have to feel them, and not become them, not feel the thoughts of them or think the thoughts of them and go into the feeling of them. What we're trying to do is bring more of those things to consciousness, so that they don't take over the mind, right? You're trying to build space as the witness or the watcher of this. When these things come up, the more we can have space between them and watch them, we stop feeding that. I know it maybe sounds kind of strange, but if you have experienced that, where you stop feeding things like that, they will starve. And they may throw up a bit of a fight first, because all things that are kind of alive in some way, they're not a being, right? But they want to live, right? So you may feel some of that more intensely. And through those times, you probably will need someone who has who has breathed in a lot of themselves, who has brought back a lot of themselves consciousness-wise, so that they can help you. Their consciousness will actually inspire yours, and you'll feel more able to sit with those things. So that is something to maybe find people. And again, I will recommend, I'll actually, in the blurb of this, I'll write some people you can breathe with and also get individual sessions with if you really feel like you need that as well. But just to say kudos to you, something in you led you here with that breathing with depression. Your spirit, your soul knows that there's a way to release this. And I'm not saying it's easy, but it might be easier than you think too, if you can keep breathing deep in your body. Because what is the breath? When you take a deep breath, what is that really? What kind of message is that saying to your body? I want to live fully, right? When we're kind of protecting ourselves and sort of skating by, we just breathe really shallow and kind of hide away, and like breathing big frightens us almost, right? But that is the eternalness of you. That cannot be destroyed. It's okay. It's okay to breathe it in. And again, if the stuff is a little bit overwhelming to you, you can leave it. You can leave it, or if you're curious and you want to converse and have a session with people, I know people that can help you that are not gurus. They're facilitators of you coming back to you tapping into this so that you know you are a safe space and that you are this brilliant being here alive in this experience. So, yes, that's a lot. Let's breathe. Okay, let's do some deep breathing. And either if you're laying down so that your neck and your back are supported so that you can really feel your breath, or if you like sitting up, make sure your core is kind of holding you like a tree trunk so you have this great posture, but that your shoulders and your neck are still so relaxed. And right now you can just let everything melt. You have nothing to do here except to allow your body to restore, and everything that's ready to leave, you can just invite it to leave. Don't even have to make a big procedure out of it. Just say, melt away, come on home. And just breathe and feel. And as much as possible, give it no thoughts. And if you do have thoughts, that's okay. That's okay. I know that's a lot of people's frustration with the meditation. They say, oh, but my mind is so active. And it's like, yes, that's exactly why meditation exists, is to learn how to not judge them so that you can become the witnesser of them. You're not becoming this perfect being who isn't thinking, or sometimes it's actually a pride thing, isn't it? Well, my mind is so exquisite and so fabulous that I just can't stop thinking. Well, if that's what you want to prescribe to, go for it. You are an eternal being having that experience. Go for it. But if you're here wanting to release and connect with that true essence, your mind is still going to be there. You can still use it. But we are becoming the witnesser. And this is the big thing, that with breathing over time, you'll be able to build more space. You'll see these things coming and they'll be there, but you can watch them. Just say, oh, I see you there, but I'm not going to feed the thoughts. And you'll start to realize, oh, that's not me. That's not the real truth of me. It's not the real truth of me. Yeah, let's do a few more breaths. Nice and softly in through the nose. At first, let's just release with a sigh out. Again, nice, deep, soft breath through the nose. Into the belly, and then sigh out. Ooh. All that wants to leave, you're just creating a way for it to leave. You don't have to push. Don't have to push. Just open all the doors and the windows. Breathing in again. Let it out. Maybe it feels uncomfortable to breathe deeply. Let yourself do it. Let yourself do it. It's a gift to you. Anything you can do like that, even if it's a little bit, it helps. It helps. Breathing in. Sigh it out. For me, it does help to give some sound, or just a little bit. If you just want to feel like you're fogging up the window, or blowing out a candle for some people. Just getting that movement, allowing your body to be open. I'm going to do some sighs through the top of my voice down, just letting it go down to let it slide through and just let all that sound out, all the energy that wants to leave with that to go out. Breathing deep through the nose into the belly, nice and full. Here we go. Again. I feel like wiggling my neck around. Woo! We're moving stuff, we're moving stuff. Nice. Breathe in through your nose. Now we're going to just sit there and breathe a little bit without the sighs, feeling, while we breathe, the center of your body, between your toes and the tip of your head, where it's a little bit below your belly button. When we focus here, this really helps us to be in our body. And I know when I'm in anxiety, it feels just like I am this, right? Headspace, and it's running in circles, it's running in circles. I mean, for years of my life, I didn't feel like I was in my body. I felt like I was this head, and the body kind of got me around to places some sort of miraculous way, but I wasn't really that connected to it. So when you focus on your center like that, which is just a couple inches below your belly button in your body, can you feel like you're just sort of looking at that space? No thoughts about it, but can you bring your attention there? And it may be tricky, but as much as you can do, that's wonderful. It's so wonderful. No down talk to yourself during this. You're just feeling and being as kind to yourself as you can, because if you are not kind to yourself while doing it, you perpetuate the things that you're trying to release, right? You perpetuate them. So I know it's tricky sometimes, but letting them almost feel like they just float away in the top of the ocean. You're the ocean, you're in the ocean, and you just let the thoughts, you see them, oh, okay, and you just let them float away at the top of the ocean, or as like some people say, if they imagine it as a sky, the clouds just sliding on by. It's okay that they're there. It's okay that they're there. We're just practicing being the witnesser of those thoughts. Okay, so we're focusing on that middle, that center of our body. And we're breathing through our nose mostly. I might do a little out of my mouth when I feel something wants to move. When I do these especially, I just feel like a lot of energy wants to move. Then breathe out of your mouth. Go for it. But if it feels really comforting to just breathe through your nose and out through your nose, that's a really beautiful place to be. A really nourishing place to be. And now while we're there in the center of our bodies, the attention is just lightly there. Can you just feel the kindness or the softness or the warmth of the breath? However it feels to you, even if it's a little bit and there's tenseness or kind of aches in some part of the body, that's okay. But can you really mainly focus on that kindness, even if it's just a little bit? It's okay if it's just a little bit. It grows, I promise you, it grows. It has grown so much for me, so much for me. I've sat through so many meditations or facilitator things where I felt like, well, I don't know if I did anything. I was feeling kind of tense or icky during it because I was sitting with those things, with those energies that are stuck and need to move, instead of judging them. So when I wasn't pushing against the physics of it, it wasn't growing, right? Pushing that judgment against it. It was kind of like this, and it's just like, huh? And you stop pushing, and it's like, oh, all right, well, what? You know, and then after a while, it's just like, well, there's nothing here feeding me or kind of pushing against to build that strength. So it just starts to do this. So you can come back to this video over and over. You can go to another facilitator, and which I will give you names of, and you can breathe and breathe and breathe with them as just best you can. Softness, feel that softness. Maybe you just feel it around you at first. Can you feel a little in your body somewhere? And if you feel that, can you recognize that is just there? It's just there. You can access it anytime. You can access it anytime. Especially if you're having head spinning thoughts. This breathing deep into your body, and sometimes when it gets really intense, rubbing your legs, you're breathing as deep as you can to stay. I found that when I've had some mental aspects coming home, it was just like all I could do to rub my legs and breathe deeply. Let's just do a bit of that to feel it. Or if you don't feel that and you want to breathe that soft breath, keep doing that while I'm doing this. I'm just rubbing the tops of my legs and I'm breathing deep, feeling into the center of my body. That's where my focus is. What you're saying to your body, what you're saying, declaring to your soul with that is saying, I am not going to go get lost in the head. I am here in this body on earth. I am safe in this body. And I do want to live. I want to live fully. I want to live fully. I want to live fully. Stay feeling into your body. If you need to feel into your legs, if you're feeling that, put your consciousness, your focus there, or your attention there, I should say. It's like a soft watching. You don't have to have any thoughts about it, just witnessing. How much can you be the witnesser? Maybe you'll have just flashes of it. That's okay. It will grow. It will grow. You can do this. Feeling that softness again, that kindness that's there. That kindness to yourself. That gratitude for you taking the time to do this, even if it's so difficult for you. How amazing. How amazing that you're doing this. And again, you keep doing what you feel. I'm going to do some more sighs because I can feel a lot of energy wanting to move. Let it go out. Let it leave. It's okay. You don't have to figure out what it is. You don't have to figure out what it is with the mind. We get a little bit obsessed about that. The mind's like, well, it's so interesting. But when you become more free of this and more conscious, being able to be more conscious within it, you'll be able to look back and see that But right now, you gotta let go of the magnetics of it. See how that feels like? It's so magnetically interesting to want to go back into it, but we're building the space in between it as the watcher of them. You don't become it. So it's there. It's okay that it's there. Do not, do not put yourself down. It's okay that it's there. But can you be the watcher of it? That's when you can transform so many things. So many things. I feel like just keep breathing. Yep, keep your eyes closed if you like, and just feel that kindness of breath, or feel the movement. If you're really feeling like you're moving something out with big breaths, go with it. Go with it. Trust your soul speaking to you, saying, oh, do this, this will help. Do this, this will help. Come back into your body. Connect to the true you. While you breathe however you like. If you want to keep sighing, or if you want to join me, if you want to, if you're somewhere where you're alone and you feel like you just want to, or if you're brave enough to do it in front of people, more power to you. I'm going to do some vocal toning or intuitive singing. If you don't like it, you can shut it off now, and thank you so much for joining us this far. But it's what it is kind of like a vocal massage. Since sound is vibration, there's a way that I've felt this in myself in so many instances where it's been really overwhelming and I just didn't know what to do with myself in a way. And I finally could feel, oh, it wants me to make some sound, and that felt like a relief. So for some of you, that may be the case. So I'm gonna just make some sounds, and it's not at all like a song. It's not about, oh, I like this, or that's pretty, or that's ugly, which your mind may think, and that's fine. But can you come back to feeling it? What does it feel like in my body when I just let my body melt into the chair or onto the bed or couch that I'm sitting on, with my head supported, my neck totally supported, shoulders down, relaxed and supported. So all that opens up, creating space there. Take a breath into that. That space we just created, breathe into that. And now let's go into where our shoulders are. Can you feel those open? Going down to your arms, just let them know they can relax and restore. Oh, and into the rib cage, around the lungs and the heart. Let that open, 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 open. Even if there's stuff in there, can you also feel a sense of opening? You may feel some crusties, some tension. That is okay. But feel it open as well. And now in all that space around your heart and your lungs, let's breathe into that. Put your attention there. Makes my neck crunchies want to move a little bit. Keep breathing into that space. What a powerful space, right? Our heart and our lungs, where we're breathing and sending in oxygen to our whole body, where we're pumping blood. And energetically too, right? The way we feel our heart. It's a powerful thing. Open, 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 open. And in the solar plexus area, which is just right below the rib cage, that area, kind of the top of the stomach. Can you open, open, open that as well, and say, relax. Go ahead and relax and restore. And open, open, open all the way into your pelvis. Open all that up. out the front, out the back, out the sides. Just let it open and open and open and open. Breathe into it. Tell your legs to open. Relax legs. Let the energy just open, open, open and soften. Beautiful. Let's go to the heart again. Open, open, open attention there. And let your attention follow your heart up in through the neck, opening and opening as it goes nice and slowly. And then into the head. Open, open through the forehead where we contain so much tension. Just say, go ahead and relax face. Thank you for all you've done. Expressing, getting to express as a human so much through the face, right? Open, 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 and breathe into that area. Open all the way up and around you. Create a lot of space. Lovely. Let yourself receive the sound. If you'd like to sing along, feel free, or move your body. If you feel that helps you to move out whatever is moving, do it, do it, do it. thank you for joining me. I'm going to shut it off quietly now, but if you want to keep breathing with your eyes closed for a bit, please do so. Enjoy that gift of breath that you're giving yourself. And a big pat on the back for yourself for doing this, for this self-care, for this breath of life you're offering yourself.